Originally,
Ew.
that song was 12 and a half minutes long. We've cut it down. Welcome everybody to the Miserable Men Show. Shuli here with you, along with, as always, Mr. Mike Morse, the Reverend Bob Levy, and boys, we have a guest tonight.
Oh
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. He's a friend of ours, but you guys have known him a lot longer than I have. I know he's a touring headliner for many years.
I thought we had Joe Conti on.
Oh, I was wrong. I'm sorry. No, he's a comic that's known, man, on the East Coast, and
He's great.
he's a favorite among many, especially us. Put your hands together. Miserable Men Show debut of Mr. Joe Conti.
Download now.
Yay!
What's
What's
up,
happening,
buddy?
Joe?
How you doing, fellas?
Good, man. How are you?
I appreciate you letting me come on this fine program with you fine gentlemen.
Yeah.
Listen, we allow Mike one guest booking a year, so this is it.
This is what I didn't know it was 1 year. I wasted it on him.
I was gonna say you Bluetooth 2023 already.
Is that a
Joe-
duty thing on your couch?
Well, the pillow.
Yeah, that's my wife. My wife she loves toilet humor. My wife likes all of that shit. No pun intended. She's
Yes, you're
There's no-
constantly
yeah.
tweeting about her farting.
yeah, and we had to make a rule in my house that you can't when you have to go to the bathroom. You
Yeah.
can't say I have to take a shit or I have to do anything like that.
Yeah.
And I had to make that rule because if not, my wife will be saying that. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that. So we have to talk like children. We have to say, I got to go make a duty or I got to go make
Poo-poo.
potty.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
or poo poo, whatever it is. Because I don't want to hear my wife say she has to take a shit.
You guys should have
Disgusting.
code. You guys should have code phrases like "I'm gonna go get a Slurpee," you know, and that means
Well, that usually happens, and then we have to go take a shit right afterwards. So
understood.
Oh, that's good.
understood. How long you married?
just 7 years.
Oh, okay.
It was
Yeah,
a
I'm,
fun wedding too. It was. Remember, it was outside. It
I
was a
don't,
little
I don't
warm.
remember. I wasn't there.
Oh, yeah, it was great. Mike wasn't there. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
Yeah, Mike was
any-
on that list of people that we pretend to like, so we didn't really have him on.
Was it calculated for Mike not to be invited?
No, I don't think Mike was. I don't think Mike was around. I think I asked him, but you were out of the.
Don't make it
Very
bullshit.
busy man.
What did he tell you? That bullshit he always says. I have a gig. You use one of those?
Joe said he was going to invite him if 20 people said they couldn't come.
He was up. Mike was on the alternate list.
Right.
Ronnie Munn Jr., 199. Does Joe have a pool?
Oh, I'm sure Joe has a pool, don't you, Joe?
No, we do not have a pool.
Either do I. Either do I. We have a lot in common. No, I'm getting it. It's
Are you
just
still
like-
digging, Bob?
I don't want to talk about it. It's too
Okay,
early.
all right.
Not yet, but by the time these guys quit, he's gonna be digging every day. to Get that goddamn pool done.
Yeah. First the Rangers, now this. I can't.
So, were you with your wife? How long were you with your wife before you guys got married?
We
3 shits.
we we started dating the end of 2009, and then we got married in 2016. So
Okay,
we were yeah, it was almost like 6 years, and then we got married.
all right. You guys were
And
really,
Nice
really
woman.
feeling each other out, huh? Taking your time, really getting to know the other person.
Yeah, I was 46 when I got married. This is my first marriage.
Wow. So
I'm a
guys-
Can't
survivor.
believe you weren't snatched up before that.
Yeah,
Wait,
he was
listen-
saving
Yeah, I know,
himself.
I know.
He was saving himself for marriage. Yeah.
What he's describing, if this was an MMA fight, they'd both tap at the same time at the altar. They're both going, "This is all we got left. Let's do this."
Yeah.
It was nice. They were so happy that day. You know what I mean? And it was a very fun wedding. Very good time.
Yeah,
Definitely.
courthouse was filled that day. Well, I
Well,
mean,
almost every seat. There was a murderer next to me.
I joke,
Now-
but I, my wife got knocked up before we got married, and if I ever find that son of a bitch, hello.
What a-
No, she's pregnant, and now, the Jew in me takes over. I'm like, I got to get her on my health insurance ASAP. You know what I mean? And so, we went to the courthouse to get married. And if you've ever
Wow.
been to a courthouse, I mean, you really, there's no way to make it feel romantic. There's
Yeah.
no way. I remember at one point somebody in the judge's chamber was like, "We can take pictures if you like." I was like, "No, no, I don't want any memory of this."
Yeah,
Did
can you
anybody
put-
have
They had to hold the sign like this in front of his
Yeah,
chest.
you have to do a front and profile. That's the problem.
Yeah, they
did
had
anybody
people-
have an Elvis mask on or anything?
That would have been normal compared to what I saw there. So what I saw there were people actually dressed up as wedding parties at the court. They literally, yeah,
That guy?
they had groomsmen, they had bridesmaids,
Wow.
and it was at a courthouse, and people were wearing outfits, and it was insane. And you made a joke about a murderer being there. There was a dude in line next to us with a shower cap on. I'll never forget it.
What?
And yeah, he had a shower cap. He obviously was not there for a wedding. And the the cops walk in the line just kind of keeping an eye on everybody. And the guy at one point goes, "Excuse me," he goes, "Is the judge in?" He says some judge name, and the cop's like, "Nah, he left already." He goes, "What am I supposed to do now?" And she's like, "Getting married?" He's like, "No, I ain't getting married." She goes, "Well, then get the fuck out of the line."
Oh man.
Wow, romance.
Maybe he was there for the bridal shower.
Yeah, right.
Whoa.
And that's when I looked at my wife and I go, "How romantic is this?"
Now, Joe, do you know Bob did get married by an Elvis
Yeah.
guy?
Yes.
You did, right? This is
Yes.
with Gina, right? This is
Yeah,
the most
yeah.
your number 6 or whatever marriage
Four, I
is.
think, yeah.
4, right?
Well, take away one, carry the 3.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah,
it
I
was
think he
like,
did take away 1, and he did carry 1 3. I think he did right over the threshold.
Hey, oh.
Elvis said, "Do you take this hunka bunka burning love?" It was like I was like, "This is fucking awful."
That's insane. That's
Yeah.
insane.
If she was
We-
young enough, you could have went right to Jailhouse Rock.
Well, his
We
first marriage, Elvis actually married them.
Yeah, it was right towards the end. Elvis was
Yeah.
not doing well.
Yeah, he was wearing a white leather.
Yeah.
Those chapels in Vegas are such a trip, man. It's almost like stand up in New York. Each one has to have a different gimmick. It's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
Really?
come get Elvis to marry you in the dark, no lights, wedding. It's like all these weird little, attachments to these weddings. It's like, how about you just get? I mean, like they should do a survey, like percentage wise. I'd love to know how many Vegas chapel weddings are successful percentage wise. I'd be very curious.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, we-
Bob.
yeah.
There's Bob
was
and
a great
Gina
day.
on
It
their
was
wedding
wonderful.
night. I'm curious because look, you're left to assume it's not the most
Yeah.
thought out plan when you're
Right.
when you're getting married at a chapel in Vegas.
But
There's
when you
probably
get the
been
limo,
alcohol
yeah.
involved.
Yeah, but the limo comes with it, so everything, And
Did
then
you
they
guys
drove-
even?
You wake up with a tiger in your suite, and
Yeah.
No, they
Tattoo
drive
on
you.
your face.
yeah.
Yeah.
They drive you to the courthouse to get the papers. Then you go there.
So did you actually get out of the limo, or was this a drive-through chapel?
Oh
Did
no,
they
it wasn't a drive-through.
Okay, they
we
have
got out.
those.
Yeah, and we went.
We're lazy
into-
enough where we thought that was a possibility.
Dude.
Thank you, RP. He's a member, by the way. Thank you, pal.
How many of these do you think there are in Vegas? Because when I always think
oh,
there's like 2.
There's got to no. There's more than there's got to.
I mean,
No.
there's probably dozens, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd be very surprised. I would put that over under
Mm.
at 30, 25, 30, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Would be the
All
over
right,
under.
all right, I have the answer.
Go ahead.
Okay.
But anybody? Well, what did you say?
Oh, I think it's over. I'd say 30. 30
I'd say
chapels.
15.
Joe.
Joe.
I'll go 40. 40.
$1.
Yeah, I was doing
What
the
is-
Price is Right rules.
You're all wrong. Very wrong. There are 4.
Get
Really?
out of here.
That's it?
I'm reading it. It's on the internet.
Get out of here.
Because Elvis is not, popular anymore. It's like
But
a lot
it's
of
not
people
Elvis, just wedding chapels in Vegas.
No, 4 Elvis chapels.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
please,
come on,
Come
Mike.
on. What are you doing?
All right,
Fix
all
is
right.
in, dude. What are you doing?
I got
All right,
Mike
I'll-
got married at the Nirvana
Okay.
one.
Yeah, yeah. Search Abe Lincoln wedding chapels, Mike.
Well, that's what we were talking
Jesus
about. I'm sorry, try to
Christ.
stay on topic
Yeah.
there,
Make
Go
sure you're
ahead.
facing the preacher with that one.
Mr. ADD. There are over 50 Las Vegas wedding chapels on the
Okay.
strip in downtown.
Wow.
And that's just
That's insane.
downtown. Wow.
No, the strip and downtown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Over
so
50.
that's their only business. Like they don't do anything else. That's how they make their money.
Yeah.
But it's like
And-
it's like the casinos. There's always going to be people there to do that. Like you'd be, I'd be. I'm sure they get a wedding Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Mhm.
They get at least, I would say, Thursday they'd have 2 weddings. Friday probably 6 or 7. Saturday same amount. Sunday everybody's showing up to find out if it's real because they hate the person they married. They sobered up, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Elvis,
tell everyone
Elvis.
about your cult, Shuli.
Well, if you're watching
yeah.
it, you're welcome to it. You're in it.
Called the Shuli Network. You're welcome to join. There's 2 tiers, and we send you items to sell door to door, and you could be an executive member at one point, like Nude Boy Joe.
Drink them
behind
in
the
a
scenes.
Chevette. Drink them
There you
in
go.
a
There's
Chevette.
our president.
You have 2 tiers. Is that what comes out of their face when they listen to this?
That's
Yeah.
right. Exactly. Exactly.
Here's a
Yeah,
$1 million
so-
idea. Is
There's-
in the Vegas chapel. You know, they always have the impersonators. There's
Yeah.
some.
Wait a minute.
live-
That was an
Michael Ja-
impersonator?
Well, they have,
It wasn't
they have
the real
legends
Elvis.
in concert kind of thing with
Yes.
Michael Jackson and
Yes.
Prince. They should get those guys, and you can get married by any of those guys.
It's true. I mean, look, there's definitely, I mean, I knew a Michael Jackson impersonator that lived out there before he got on a show, one of those Legends shows. So he was
wow.
already fully committed, surgeries, plastic
Jesus
surgeries.
Christ, really?
Wow.
And he didn't even have like a regular gig. And then he ended up getting one. And
The cat's playing with the shit on the thing. It's so funny.
well,
He was just knocking the,
He probably thinks
Joe-
it's a good place where he can take one. So
I'm
let's
guessing,
just go
I'm
right
guessing
next
the
to it.
housekeeper comes on Wednesdays.
Yeah, she's due.
yeah, they have a lot of those Legends, and most of
Mhm.
them are just god awful. They're just
Yeah.
so bad.
And what do they charge for like because you're only there for what, a few minutes?
Most of
can't-
the room is papered. There's very few people that are, they tie it in with.
No, I think the wedding you're talking about. Right?
yeah.
Oh.
You don't give them free tickets. You want to get married? Here you go.
I mean, there are
Say
some
my name.
comps. There are some comps. Yeah,
2
what
drink
do they
minimum.
charge? What do they charge?
A few hundred.
All right. So here's the Elvis, the first Elvis chapel in Las Vegas, Graceland Chapel.
Which, by the way,
Uh,
like 4 of them claim that. By the way,
Yeah.
that 2 of them I think claim Jordan got married there. The other 2 claim it's Elvis's chapel.
So traditional wedding package is 200 to 500, and then there's
Yeah.
the Elvis wedding package, which is 216 to 799, where that comes
Oh,
with photos and.
He better suck my dick for $7.99.
Right.
Say
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
I find it strange that like people like when the stereotype is that people get drunk, like you were saying, and then it's
Yeah.
Saturday night. But don't you have to get like a blood test, and don't you have to do all these different things? I mean, we have to do all that. We have to get a
No.
marriage license just to get married. And we didn't do it in a church, So that's why I understand how people can just go and just get married.
You
'Cause
have to
it's
go
such a-
to City Hall and get the paperwork, and that was the ride until then. You get the paperwork, and then you go and get married.
John Spittle has some info.
John Spittle says, cost me $300 on a Sunday with 2 hours notice in Vegas. The pastor was 80 and looked like a turtle. Sounds about right.
I paid him in.
John
I paid him.
Spittle.
I tipped him. He tipped him in lettuce.
John Spittle, are you still married to that lovely lady?
That's
did it
great.
work out? Yeah.
We're doing a survey. And by the
I'd
way,
say yes.
by the way,
Was he a ninja, this guy?
that sounds like the same pastor that Florentine had when we filmed that hidden camera prank in Vegas at that wedding chapel where Jameson, his best man, admits to banging his wife, and they get into a big argument, and then they start the ceremony again, and then I admit to having an affair with Jim, and
Oh
then
my God.
and right as the pastor's like, "This is bullshit," I pull out pictures that we took earlier that day at the mall, at Glamour Shots. Like, you remember the Glamour Shots
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
So we went in there. We just go, "Hey, we just need to take some pictures for a sketch we're doing," and it's me and Jim shirtless, and he's got his arms around me from behind. And so the pastor's like, "This is bullshit." And I go, "Does this look like bullshit to you?" And he's just like, I'll never forget. He looked at us and he goes, "You all need to talk." He said,
That's beautiful.
"Yeah, that's the genius of Jim. You know, we're gonna go get our prom pictures."
Sounds like fun.
Yeah,
The Vegas people just, they get fucked up, and they, a lot of people go out there to get married, but people do just go there and all of a sudden decide to get married.
John Spittle, hell no, got married at 22, didn't last long. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you got to pick out, patterns and fucking, you got to answer questions from her. Should we get this or that? That's got a lot. It's the difference between saying you're on the list and giving them a piece of paper. It says, "Come back, you're in."
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I
come
think
back
of.
for number 2. For your second marriage.
Right.
Speaking of which,
once you get married, they give you 50% off. A second.
at this point, Bob's getting paid to get married.
Yeah,
And a
show
free
us
coffee.
proof. Yeah, show us proof of emotional scars, and you get 50% off.
A good old day.
So Joe, speaking of number 2, it does interest me that you guys are so free with the bathroom talk. Now, how long into your relationship did that
is
occur?
Weird. I would probably say 6 months in, I think. And it was more of the, the farting thing. And she was the first one to do it, in front of me.
Right.
In fact, it was weird. We had the weirdest first argument I think you could ever have with the spouse. And I remember it. We were driving, and the song 25 or 6 to 4 came on by Chicago. So I'm telling her how I'm like, yeah, this is a song about a guy's got insomnia and he can't sleep and he's trying to write, and she's like, no, it's about an acid trip, and we started fucking fighting about the meaning of this song. And we were like in each other's face. I'm like, this is our first argument, and it's about Chicago, and it's not even about the gun violence in Chicago. Right. It's about the band and the meaning of a song. So I think we were meant to last for a while.
I can top that. My wife and I got in an argument one night over Nas or Jay-Z. Two whiter people arguing about this topic you've never seen.
Well, nah.
Nas is a rapper. Nas.
He just said nah.
Nah.
Every time Bob sees a black guy, he always says nah.
You familiar with Nas? Nah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's so dumb. And then, of course, it gets heated, and we're calling each other the N-word. It's crazy.
Guns were drawn.
What are you gonna do? We both are passionate about our rap, So at what point in the relationship does, let's say, the farting start?
I would say about 6 months in.
Okay, 6 months in, and who's the first one to release?
Oh, it was my wife.
Now, what kind?
Not even close.
Right now, is it? When it comes out, is it lady? I have yet to hear. I've been with my wife 15 years. Yet to hear her fart.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I love it that way. It's instructed. You get beheaded in my
my wife is a very gassy human being, and I think she once hit me in the face with a shit shovel.
You ever
it was horrendous.
You ever put that in a card for Valentine's Day?
I was going to put it in a jar.
What rhymes with shit shovel?
To my beautiful gassy woman.
Didn't she pull the covers over on you once and do it?
Yeah, she's done that a couple times. Yeah, she'll try to what do you call it, Dutch oven. She'll try to Dutch oven me. We actually are like two children sometimes. I swear, sometimes I feel like a pedophile. Sometimes I'm like, it's like I'm dating an 11-year-old. Sometimes, you know.
Right.
But
She's 12.
It's a race over here. You got to hit the clock and go quick. Now, you guys are very playful with the flatulence. We've all been there. Has there been a little too much fun? It gets serious, and then
follow through.
and somebody gets hurt. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh no, that has never happened. It's always been all fun and games, but nobody's lost an eye. I'll tell you that right now.
Now, have you ever seen her on the pooping?
Oh no.
See, that's what bothers me, because I have this weird like thing with walking in on people in the bathroom. I don't like it.
Well, how often do you do this?
It happened to me when I was like 8. I was at a resort with my family, and there was a unisex bathroom in the it's like one of those places where it's up in upstate New York in the Catskills, and you all have your rooms.
Don't bring the Jews into this.
No, these were Ginzos that own this place. Yeah, the other Jew. The other Jews that were there, and what happens is, you know, there's horse riding. There's all these things you do up there, but there's a little house where there's a dining area where that 3 times a day, everybody who's there would go and dine. You know, it was like 8 in the morning, noon, and then 5 at night. So I remember I'm with I'm sitting there and I'm like, Daddy, I got to go to the bathroom. And he's like, all right, go ahead. And I didn't know I opened the door and there's this giant fat woman in a muumuu sitting there, and she just like screamed, and I shut the door and I came right back, and my father's like, did you go to the bathroom already? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And I've always had a weird thing about opening a door and seeing somebody, but my wife wouldn't care. Like, she would do it with the door open if I would like allow it to.
It's gotta be the last stop on marriage.
And she's here next to me and she's laughing. Like, this is my wife. She's giggling because she hears what I'm saying.
She has to fart. Please feel free to.
Yeah, no, wait. I think I hear her. Nice to meet you, miss.
They're saying hello.
Yes. You really got you got one hell of a winner over there.
Oh, yeah.
I really do. I mean, it's like there's nothing that I could say that could make her feel uncomfortable. And you know, and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, but her shitting her panties trying to make you laugh, that might make you feel a tad uncomfortable, you know? Yeah. No, we can hear you. We hear you farting all the way from over there.
Yeah, but she can't hear what you guys are saying because I have the earbuds on.
That's why this marriage is going to last.
That's why this marriage is going to last.
She's the lucky one then. All the people listening going, why do we have to hear this?
You know how many people in the chat would trade places with her right now?
You know, she can make some money because there's these chicks who bottle their farts and sell them.
Yeah. What was the one from 90 Day Fiance? Yeah.
Yeah, my wife watches that garbage, and she tells me about the girl that
you watch it with her, Joe.
I don't
know.
I don't watch it. I watch dumb shit, but I don't watch that 90 Day Fiance stuff.
Listen,
but
Joe,
she says that she makes like $50,000 a month doing that.
I'm saying, Joe, we know a fart in a jar guy. Just talk to her. See if Bob has it. Bob has him in his phone, his fart guy.
Yeah. You just have to buy the tops for the jar. But he knows the guy.
You can't use parchment paper and a rubber band.
Walking around with a butterfly net. By the way, to quote.
By the way, now you're going to say that all the time because
I
Jay.
By the way,
off the air, I can't stop saying it because of this guy. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So tell me if you think this is real or not. True or false? All right. I knew a guy who recycled his condoms.
What?
Yes. I knew a guy who recycled his condoms. True or false? Did I make that up, or did I actually know a guy?
I think you knew somebody.
What do you think, Morse?
I don't think so.
Let me ask you guys this: a separate. You're saying no, Joe. This is made up.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because let me ask you this side question: have you ever heard of anything like this?
I haven't even heard of a condom, let alone fucking
exactly. What the hell's he talking about, Julie?
I'm surprised you could hear my question over all the farts.
Is that like a Buick Skylark? I don't know what the fuck a condom is.
Yeah. So the answer to this is yes, it is true. I knew a guy, and I know people are like, "It's Jewish, buddy." Wasn't Jewish. He was a black guy. But he would.
What was it? A duffel bag or a condom?
Did he have to hang him outside on a clothesline? Be like long johns. I'd be like, no, there's not long johns.
He covered his motorcycle. He covered his motorcycle with it.
He put 13 kittens in it and threw it in a lake.
By the way,
see laundry day. He's got a basket. He's got a basket full of them. He's walking down the street to go to the laundromat.
I'm gonna go do a load again.
Yeah. Undo a load.
What's up, guys? Hey, what's up,
By the
Jay?
way.
By the way, so yes, this guy would clean them out. He would wash them out and then save it for the next time.
Would he re-roll?
Was he poor?
What do
you think, Joe? Do you think this was Elon Musk doing it?
No, I'm not saying he's got to be rich, but I'm saying he just could be mentally ill.
Listen,
like he wants to.
Listen, Joe's right. Like I could smoke bowls or bong loads all day long. There's something about rolling a joint, using your hands. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is the same thing. Maybe that's what we're talking about here.
Oh, God, the reservoir tip and like, what are you doing? Is he throwing a dishwasher? Like, what is he doing?
Rolling them back up.
And then what if she's like, I want to have sex again? You go, another 22 minutes. It'll be dry.
Does he use sandwich bags to put them in so he feels like that they're new again?
Yes, what do you?
But he wouldn't reuse the sandwich bags, which is weird.
What do you think? I'm gonna put a wet rubber on? Are you insane?
So you would have to re-roll them because you can't. I mean, you can't slide them on.
Well, I mean, you're looking at this from a white guy's perspective. All right, you have to think outside.
Mine fit on nice and easy. Man, I could probably put them on without rolling them out.
Yeah, I need a rubber band at the end of it just to tie it down.
He's stretching his out.
Mike's
when
like
Mike goes out, he has it on his pinky just so he needs in case he needs it later. He'll just take it
Picture
off.
Mike like those guys dancing on the subway train when they flip their hats. He just throws a condom, flips it, it just lands and unfurls perfect.
He puts it on his. Mike puts him on his pinky when he drinks tea.
Yeah.
Showtime! He just starts yelling "Showtime" through the house. Showtime! So yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I can tell you an interesting. I know a guy.
Yes. Ooh, I like that. And if you know a guy, let us know. Go ahead.
I know a guy years ago who had a girlfriend, and he was probably in his early 20s, and she was 21, 22, and they were dating for a while. And he always used to brag on how great of a blowjob she gave. Yeah. Well, he convinced her to blow two of his friends in a van. And then when she was
down by the river,
and then when she was done, he called her a whore and broke up with her.
There you go. And you know what? You know what that tells me? One of the guys gave her a bad review.
Thank God there wasn't Yelp back then.
Ladies and gentlemen, that man is Mike Morse. Give him
Had they both said it was the best they ever had, he would have gotten in the car with her and goes, "Hey, great job tonight, honey.
We're going to get married in Vegas."
Yeah, it made me look real good out there tonight. Thank you.
Get the game ball.
Yes, we're gonna get married from Vegas from a Tracy Lords impersonator. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's a 400-pound share with a glow-in-the-dark vibrator. This will be good. You'll remember this for the rest of your life. We'll tell our grandkids this story.
Oh, gee.
Comes out
singing. Interesting that he waited till she was done with both the guys to break up.
Well, the guy's being polite. What is he going to be?
I guess it's
friends. And you know, a cup
friend.
Was he going to be rude and interrupt him? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's such a guy thing. Like, no, I'm telling you, she's the best. And the other guy's like, yeah, all right, dude. Every chick's the best. He's like, no, all right, I'll prove it. What are you doing later tonight?
Honey,
I can move my plans around.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a gunslinger. This guy down here challenging you. You better get down here.
She's in the middle of the street on the dirt road.
Take 10 inches, turn around, and fire.
Big tumbleweed blowing through between them. It's like the whole setting. What else? I mean, I've brought this up on the show, but we all know a guy. We know this guy. I don't know if you know this about this guy, but his wife, the first thing in the morning when they wake up, is she has to say thank you to him. Which,
really?
Yeah. Joe's like, oh, I wish I could get mine to stop farting. Forget about it.
He used to say thank you for the fart.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. I know a guy that stole credit cards from a gym, lied about a black eye and sat on a black guy's dick. I know a guy like that too.
Yeah. That one's true.
Yeah. How do I get rid of my membership? I can't stand to see hypocrites who talk about dead children and spousal abuse. Oh, okay. I don't know what show did that, but here, I'll make it easy. We'll just block you, and then you don't have to worry about it. There you go.
Yeah.
Boom. Easy peasy. We're here to help. We're here to get everybody's on a soapbox.
Which dead children are they talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know. They don't answer when we do the jokes.
Is he talking about all the spooge that came out of the condom? I mean, they're not really quite children yet.
Wait a minute. I should go check on my kids real quick. Hold on, guys.
That sounds like something that might have happened on Men Are Talking.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Oh.
Really? Oh, wow.
I don't know for sure. I'm just saying if it were any of the shows, it would be that one.
Yeah. Well, those sport heads are pretty fucking nutty. Those dudes. That Andrew with cerebral palsy, he's got nothing to lose. He'll say whatever he wants.
No, he's not going to lose it if it's on the ceiling.
All right.
He's always looking up. Is that the one that looks up, right?
Yes, Andrew's
I love it.
Always looking up. How about this one? I knew a guy paid his wife a salary, right? But attached with that salary, he'd do wherever he wants, go wherever he wants. She can never ask questions or start shit with him about anything ever. Thoughts? Go ahead.
Well, how much was the salary?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's probably to shut the fuck up money. It's probably got to be good.
Good. But what is like? I don't understand. Like he gives her his salary, and then
no,
what?
Not his. She makes her own salary
from him,
and from him, and her job is to take care of the house,
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and have stuff ready and prepared and blah blah blah, and then
come on,
don't let that happen.
Right, don't let the toilet look like that, and then from there he goes to work, he goes wherever he needs to go, he provides for everybody, and along the way, if things happen, if she's doing the laundry and she sees something on his car, she can't start shit with him.
He can fuck anybody he wants.
Basically, that's what he's paying for. Right?
There he is, Mike.
All right. His name's Mike Machete. I didn't want to say it.
I mean, what's she getting? Is she getting minimum wage? Like I don't understand. Like what kind of what money is it? I mean, how much money would it take?
Joe, enough to not have a shit emoji on your couch at any point.
Whatever that costs.
Whatever that number is in your head, that's it.
That's it.
Are y'all liking too? Thanks for tapping like. Yeah, everybody. We don't know what's gonna happen if you don't hit the like button. So get over there. It's 340, by the way. Sorry, 320. So yeah, what is that number? I mean, I imagine every woman's different, unless you come up with a pretty solid number opening.
You're married. Would be like, oh, I'm getting $20 a week to let you do what you want,
Right. That is true. Ronnie Munn Jr. 499. She's getting paid the same amount as Bob's pool.
No, I don't think so.
That guy's keeping his mouth shut. Fan of the show, favorite sound drop, Mike Morse, Anderson. Ms. Men is the best show on the Shuli Network. Bob, let him know I'm stocked like Santa for 513. Even I can't wait to blaze with K Fur, man.
Oh, geez,
I cannot wait. the man, the myth, the legend. It's going to
Mhm.
be good in Pottstown.
Hit him up. He's got the best.
Yeah, the ShuliNetwork.com. Yeah. So yeah, I thought the dollar amount for peace of mind was an interesting thing to bring up.
But I'm saying for her, I mean, listen, he's like any other corporation. He wants to pay as little as fucking possible for his workers. I get that, but like, what would it like? Because look, I mean, we joke, but most women are into it for the emotional reasons. Like most women aren't into a marriage for gold digging. You know what I mean? Or like,
well, not with us, anyways.
No.
Not much gold to dig.
Yeah.
Plated digging, maybe.
Yeah.
I had one in my tooth, and they took that out.
They just need to be a fan of digging if they're with us. They're not going to find anything.
I'm sure there were negotiations. I mean, I'm sure he gave a number and she countered, and they had to figure it out.
At that stage, when you're making that kind of money and you're coming up with that kind of plan, that is a human being that doesn't hear the word no often.
Right.
So
And, yeah.
so it for him,
I'm
it's like it's a negotiation. Mike's right. Like, okay, slide a write a number down on a piece of paper and slide it over to me on what it take for you to forget I had anal last weekend.
And for most really rich couples, that's probably the way it goes anyway.
That's what I'm saying. If it's like some multimillionaire, it's almost kind of implied, like, hey, listen, I'm gonna let you marry me, and I'm pretty much gonna do what the fuck I want. But it's like it's strange if it was just like a guy who's making $90,000 a year, and he's paying her 25.
There's no way that happens.
No, right?
Yeah.
No.
Is that Vito from The Sopranos? No, that's Joe Conti. And Joe's a funny motherfucker.
Joe's the only Italian in New Jersey who wasn't on The Sopranos.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't see The Godfather until 2011, and I've been getting shit my whole life for it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Italians react to that like I told them I sleep with children. It's bizarre. They really get mad. They're like, "Are you fucking kidding me? What are you, a fucking asshole?" I'm like, "I just didn't see a movie until I was 40."
Yeah. They're like, go door to door and announce yourself.
Like Joe can't even I guarantee he's never been in an Olive Garden, being Italian.
I mean,
a couple times.
Yeah.
He's washing dishes.
Only thing Gino be digging is her own pool. Now that it's already
from Johnny Cockring, by the way.
Johnny Cockring, huh? Good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you again, Bob.
He's all over the place. I love it.
You can have like the most horrific name ever, but if you liked one of Bob's things, he'll vouch for it. It's great the Challenger astronauts died. Thank you for the $4.99.
He's a good guy.
You're a good egg. You're a good
I
egg.
love that guy Tower too. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Tower too.
Speaking of look at this. I saw this. So this woman drunk gets into an accident, kills 2 people. Okay. And now she's asking this cop about when she's completely clueless. She's asking this cop when she's getting her car back because she has to go to school tomorrow. And this cop has to explain to her, you just killed 2 people. You're not going to school tomorrow. And her response is insane. Watch this.
Oh, hey, you never answered me about my car. I have school tomorrow, so how do I get my car for tomorrow?
Well, your car is totaled.
What's that?
Your car is totaled. Totaled, wrecked.
Okay, so how do I get it here, Stephen?
You don't.
So I don't go to school tomorrow, is what you're telling me?
No, man. You want me to be honest with you? You're going to jail. You don't have a bond. You killed 2 people tonight. I don't think you understand that. You do not have a bond. You are not getting out of jail. Your car is property of East Peoria Police Department because it's a crime scene. It killed 2 people tonight. You are clueless with that, clearly. I've already explained this to you. You're going to jail for reckless homicide tonight. You're going to jail for aggravated DUI for killing 2 people. That's what's going on. So no, you're not going to school tomorrow. You're not getting your car out of impound.
What? Did
This
she?
bitch loves school, man.
Can I get it Tuesday though from my night? She really asked that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, right?
Did you just hear what I just told you?
He said I'm not going tomorrow. I'm talking
Oh my God!
Did you hear
Oh
what I
my.
said
He
that
said I'm
you
going to jail tomorrow.
you're going to jail when we're done here?
Yes.
Did you understand what I told that you killed 2 people tonight?
Yes. I'm just wondering when I can go to school.
Holy shit!
Wow. We thought Lenny was
Wow.
crazy. This woman's out of her goddamn mind.
Okay, we're done.
There she is.
Looks happy.
Yeah.
Will she
14
vote?
year 14-year prison sentence for fatal DUI crash.
Did she get to go to school?
she still looks like she's not sure what's going on.
Where's my car again? What?
Yeah.
That's why.
I wish my kids wanted to go to school that bad.
You killed 2 people. She goes, I don't believe you. Nice try. K for $49.99. I've got an Acme bag for each of you. I've got Morse a buying puzzle since he don't like the head. He's hanging with Joel right now. He says,
wow.
Can't wait for you guys. Thanks to Jackson for helping put all this together in our backyard. Get there early, tons of parking. Yeah,
Nice.
buddy,
Right.
for sure. Give my love to Joel.
Yeah, it's
We're
gonna be a
excited.
good time.
Yes, all the boys are happy.
Mm-hmm.
It's
yeah.
almost like she didn't even like it's almost like she didn't hear when he kept saying you killed 2 people.
You know,
Like
somebody in the chat said they think it's benzo related, like pills, because she's so out of it. Like
It
so
should have been
calm.
alcohol and pills. That's never
Yeah.
good.
Might have been.
That's-
She just like, yeah.
the combo package.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever been that fucked up. You know, I've been fucked up where I'm like, I get to the house and I'm like, this
What's
was
the most fucked up you've ever been?
like,
I know. I definitely know mine.
like driving wise.
No, I mean just fucked up where on some sort of.
Man, I mean,
Well, I'll tell you mine. I was in college in Maryland.
Who's the big guy? That's Joe Conti.
yeah,
We
Wanna
had
know?
we had a huge party, like hundreds of people at this party, and we got a bunch of grain alcohol. And I just started drinking this
Green alcohol.
grain alcohol,
Grain.
like
grain, the opposite of your hair. With
and I just completely blacked out. I remember we left the quad, which is where.
And then I dunked 3 basketballs, and then I left.
I remember being outside, and we were going to steal stuff. And the next thing I remember, I'm back in the quad, and I wake up and I walk out, and there's a stop sign in the middle of the quad that apparently we had ripped up and brought into the quad. Yeah. And I'm looking at that. And the couple doors down, there was a room with 3 rugby players, these huge fucking, Game of Thrones murderer.
The sign
looking.
said stop, and you couldn't do that. You
No.
had to take it.
They had to take it. It was literally taunting him.
Yeah.
You stop.
Yeah. Bet you can't steal the stop. That's what the sign said to him.
yeah.
Your new ad campaign, Joe.
So what happened with the rugby?
So there were 3 rugby guys come out, which we had known them and we were friends with and everything, but we didn't really hang with them. These 3 guys walk out, and the one guy looks at me and goes to me and my other roommate. He goes, "You guys," and we're like, "Oh fuck!" He goes, "We're really funny last night," and that's all he said. And I'm like, "Okay." I have no idea what we did. We stole the sign. He liked us, so we're okay. And we got kicked out the next day from
oh my God.
That's it. Rico the man, $2. Mike's storytelling skills.
Well, they're interrupting me like
There was so much you could have added.
That's all. That's all.
Dude, your writing must have been hilarious. You know what I mean? It must have been like Keystone Cops, like they saw you in like fast motion, because you were hilarious last night. What? I almost killed somebody, and you still wanted to go to school the next day, which is strange.
Bob, what's yours? Like the most fucked up?
I can't wait to talk over it.
besides throwing soda cans at our promoter's head.
All right, Joe,
while
was
we're
funny.
on
Jordan
stage.
Greer says steal. Jordan Greer says steal the speed limit signs, Mike. Okay, that was funny.
You could do it while he's driving by it.
I don't think he's passed one yet.
Yeah.
I just remember being at like a ski resort and got so drunk. I was talking in front.
I was at a ski resort. I remember one time. Okay, I'm sorry.
And like when you it kind of comes up and it's in your mouth and then you got to chew it back down, like get it back down because you're talking to like in a group, this circle, like 5-6 people, and then all of a sudden it just came out and I put my hand up and it just sprayed all over, like out like
when it becomes a sprinkler, like a
Yeah.
front lawn sprinkler, and kids are running through it. Oh, that's bad. Joe, can you have your wife quiet down back there?
Family show.
I mean, we're gonna get a strike here on YouTube. Yeah, that see, here's the thing with me. Like, I was never a big drinker, right? I never dug drinking. And then once I discovered weed, that's pretty much all I did. And you can't really overdo it with weed. I mean, you just
yes, you
mushrooms
can.
or anything.
Edibles.
You got a little.
I mean, you can if you don't know what you're doing, Joe. But you can if you're a professional. What
well,
happened
wasn't-
to you? You overdosed? You're the guy who overdosed on
No, I didn't overdose, but we had gotten a cookie from my neighbor, and so what he told us, he said, just take like half a cookie.
Which, by
So
the
we-
way, if you're in the weed world, I mean, you can literally throw something over your shoulder and hit somebody that goes, just do half.
Yeah. So we did half, but what he meant is take half, and me and my wife split the half.
Right.
That's not the case. So I proceeded to get so high that I thought that I was mentally challenged. Like I thought that everything was muted, and I started to get so upset that I was like, so I'm telling my wife, and I'm like, honey, I'm never going to be normal again. And I'm like almost weeping to my wife. And she's like, all right, listen, just go take a fucking shower. Okay. Because I just wanted to
How many
feel
strap-ons
normal.
do you own?
Now this was 2:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday. So she goes, look, just do something that you do all the time. Do something. So go take a shower.
Do something non-retarded for a little
Right,
bit.
exactly. Something that
we're at church.
So now I'm trying to take my shirt off, and I've lost all of my motor skills. I can't take my shirt off. I don't know how to fucking do it. So finally, she helps me take my shirt off, and I go to take a shower, and I'm in the shower for like 2 minutes, and I'm like, this isn't working. This is not going to happen. So I get out of the shower, and now it's like 5 o'clock. So she's already laying in bed because she's all fucked up, but she's more of a professional than I am, and she can handle it.
She's riding it out.
She's riding it out.
Yeah.
So I get out of the shower, and now I get into the bedroom, and I can't get on the bed. I don't know how to like put my one leg and get on the bed. I've lost all of my motor skills. And so I finally get into the bed, and I'm under the covers, and I'm like, honey, I'm really cold. My leg is vibrating, and there's something wrong. And she's like, you're fine.
I gotta say, this is a normal thing. When you get too high, you get the shivers, like the shakes, where you are. This happens to me from time to time still, where your whole body just starts. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it happens, but you have to.
I know why it happened to me.
Sounds healthy.
Well, I know why it happened because I'm laying in bed, and she's like, you're not cold, your leg's not vibrating, and all of a sudden she's like, what the fuck did you do? When I got out of the shower, I just threw a t-shirt on, and I didn't dry myself off. So now I'm in the bed with a wet shirt, and I'm freezing. And she's like, take the shirt off, put on some underwear, and come back to bed. And I got out of the bed, and there was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to put on my underwear. I'm not going to be able to do it. I
Well, by the
lost.
way, you couldn't even put the shirt on. How you getting a wet shirt off?
Yeah.
I don't. I think I just leaned over and she just ripped it off me like skin on a hot dog, you know. And finally, I got back into bed, and now I'm in the bed with her, and I'm almost crying. I'm like, honey, how long is it going to be until things get normal again? And she's like, 15, 20 minutes.
Oh,
And
man.
she kept telling me 15, 20 minutes. And
She's like,
by
she's like Bob's pool guy. Yeah, no.
I'll be there tomorrow. That's all he said.
Labor Day. Go
and
ahead.
I finally was clear-headed by 11 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah.
The next morning, I finally started to feel a little bit better. But
Yeah.
it was, dude, I thought I was like literally retarded, and I thought I was never going to be normal again
That's
because it felt so real and it was so powerful. Like I didn't think I was going to be able to function in society anymore.
We have Stokely says that shiver shit happened to me for the first time recently. Glad to know it wasn't just me. Yeah, I don't know what that. Oh, Cindy's. That's called anxiety. I hate when I get the shakes, but really, that's anxiety. I don't believe.
I get anxiety. That's different. That's when you're in your living room and you think the cops are chasing you, and it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah,
because you're on your couch. That's the anxiety thing, but. This was actually physically because I was.
Look at your wife checking in. Let everybody know.
That's not her.
Oh, you sure? Are you sure?
Are you sure? That sounds.
Sounds like no, she never farted in front of me.
Just in case. Hi, Gina. Good to see you, my dear. That's not her. Really? Your wife's not on there going, tell him you love when I shit in your mouth?
Well, I do, but
Wait, whatever makes you happy, honey. Give her
a cookie.
I'm with Don. Edibles do nothing to me. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I've been around people who've had really bad mushroom trips. There's Bob having one. But
nice toothbrush, Bob.
Yeah. I'm trying
What's
to think. Because here's the thing I like about weed. No matter how fucked up I get on it, I'm always in control. Right? Like I'm never out of control with alcohol or something like that. So I dig that. And I think that, that's why I just stick with that. I think.
I'm the opposite because any amount I smoke, I feel like I'm not in control. I feel like Joe was saying.
That's in your head, though.
Well, yeah, it's all in your fucking head. But no, believe me, I smoked a lot of weed in college, and every time I was just, I did not get tolerance for it.
Yeah, I guess it affects everybody differently. I guess.
But I didn't really start smoking weed until I did it a couple times in my 20s, a little bit in my 30s, but really once I hit 40 and I got with my wife, that's when I really started smoking. And I was never a big drinker like you, Shuli. It wasn't my big thing. So, but I enjoy smoking even more than alcohol, except when I get all these great ideas when I'm high and I put them in my notes. And then the next day I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like none of it makes any sense.
You ever hear of the butter straw?
Oh, yeah. Did you hear Bob's invention?
No.
Talk about coming up with something stoned out of your mind. Tell him, Bob.
Okay, you know how you go to the movie theater and they give you that big thing and the butter is only on top?
The popcorn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, Conti speaks Levy.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does.
We did a podcast for years. I know what he's talking about.
Yeah. So it would hook up to the butter thing, right?
You guys would be a great Pictionary team, by the way. You two.
And it's a metal thing, right? And as it goes down, it has little holes. They go like this, and it shoots butter all through the popcorn. So it's a butter straw. So every part of the popcorn will get butter on it instead of just the top.
That is probably the worst idea ever.
So it's like shooting oil through the pistons of a fucking motor. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
He was watching Ford versus Ferrari.
And he bet on Subaru. That was the problem.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's what is this now? What are the weed shakes and what causes them? Yes. What does it say?
Those are my favorite type of shakes, even more so than chocolate.
I doubt that. I've seen you.
When you
Yeah, I
consume
know.
large amounts, of cannabis, you may start trembling or shaking like you're cold. Normally called weed shakes, or simply the shakes.
Wow.
At freezing temperatures, anxiety can lead to uncontrolled anxiety. Oh, did she?
Oh wait, she cut one. There you go.
No, she blew weed smoke in my face.
Daddy's offended by.
Yeah, really. Are you sure it was weed smoke?
It might be skunk weed then, maybe.
Wow, anxiety or paranoia, but I'm not paranoid about anything. Then again, it's usually late at night and everybody's asleep and I'm getting to bed. And
but you start getting in your own head. You start thinking of like the size of the universe and how fucking insignificant we really are. And you start, I get that sometimes, but that's different. That's that anxiety, paranoia stuff. This was just because I was too stupid to fucking dry myself off before I put a t-shirt on and got into bed. I mean, that's what I was shaking. I was actually cold.
Right. I literally was. We went and watched John Wick 4 the other night. Me and my wife, and then leaving the theater, and I'm just looking around. I'm baked out, and I look up, and I'm just like, we're on a spinning rock right now, man. Like, we're just fucking spinning right now, dude.
Yeah, like 20,000 miles per hour, 150,000 miles per hour, whatever it is.
That's
great.
This prototype. We're looking for a company to mass produce it.
Look, you see how
talk about playing the popcorn game. Holy shit! There's a dick in the bottom of the popcorn box.
Yeah. But there's popcorn on every part of there's look at it. There's
popcorn on every part of butter.
They should call it. You know what they call it? You ready? Bobcorn, right?
I'm going back to that place.
TM trademark. There's popcorn on every piece of butter. I love that as a tagline.
I can't believe it's not popcorn.
Bob, worry about the pool instead of butter. Popcorn, smoking too much weed. The body can handle is called greening out. Jesus Christ! I didn't know they had all these terms.
You kids with your marijuana terms.
I passed out rock and roll. I passed out in line waiting for Beavis and Butthead to America. Woke up, my friend was slapping me in the face, telling me to wake up. I didn't realize back then that Ritalin I was taking would affect it. Oh wow!
Oh wow! Mixing it. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, when Conti was telling the story about getting so high, he thought he was retarded. I remember when I was in Amsterdam, they have.
Is that the lead singer of Anvil?
Yeah, he wishes.
Smart as an anvil.
Yeah. They have these benches outside the smoke shops, the coffee shops in Amsterdam. And people think it's for when you pass out. It's actually for when you think you're retarded. It's just a bench. There's some clay.
And then is there somebody with a box of chocolates on every fucking bench?
It's ice cream, bucket of ice cream. There you go. Oh my God.
How many in Amsterdam? How many places are there?
What do you mean, to smoke?
Yeah, like is that like everywhere you go? Like
a ton. Before like the world kind of smartened up and made it more legal and recreational, Amsterdam was the spot. It was like for a weed smoker, that was where you wanted to go. You wanted to order weed off a menu. Like that concept at that time was bananas, and it was great.
People would go there just for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's all I.
Where else would you go to Amsterdam for?
Hookers, right? Weren't there hookers too?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think
you see them and you're like, that's the last thing I'm gonna do is go near. First of all, they all look like they're all gray. They all look like they're sick, and it's literally a fish tank for whores. Wow. People are banging on the glass and shit. Like, it's like,
get me out of here.
Yeah, and there's like 3 dudes walking out, and you're like, oh, good, this one's open. What are you supposed to run in now and be all excited?
When we went to Montreal,
right?
One morning we went to go to this breakfast place, and I think it was called Legs and Eggs, and it was like these strippers being waitresses. But they look like they came right from the fucking strip club like the night before, and it was horrible. Like the one chick, I'll never forget, she looked like John McCain. And it was like, I don't want John McCain serving me fucking eggs.
Yeah.
And it was horrendous. The one girl, I think
I would
she had
like
a
a
club
Western
foot.
omelet and thank you for your service.
But how were the eggs, Joe? How were the eggs?
Yeah, they were over real easy. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. By the way, there's a reason why they don't have diner lighting in strip clubs. You know what I mean?
Right,
There's a reason why you can develop film in those fucking places. Yeah, it's never good. Never good when they mix those two worlds. Just keep it separate. I'm not interested. You know, I went for Amsterdam to order food, weed off a menu. I bought mushrooms out there, fresh mushrooms from a store that had a menu that explained to you what you could purchase and what it was going to do. And it was like, the first one was like, you'll laugh a lot. And then the last one on the menu was like, you'll taste music. Like it was crazy shit.
And the last one said, you'll lay in the bed shivering.
Yeah.
But isn't Amsterdam where they have like the hookers and they're in the windows of the stores and shit like that too?
We saw a guy, and the number one, well, I don't know if it's number one. I'm sure not paying is number one sin there, but number two is taking their pictures. You're not allowed to take their pictures. And so it's like a magic show, you know, it's like a flash bulb goes off, and we watched I don't know, a transitioning guy who came out of his glass aquarium and beat the shit out of a tourist. Picture of him.
Really?
Yeah.
I would just say I was filming Mannequin 3. You know what I mean? I was like, she's gonna come to life in about 10 minutes. So
it's
it'll
for
be
my
fine.
kids, so they stay in school. Don't attack me. Yeah, but I remember like seeing like three like plumber looking guys walking out of this one woman's, and I'm like, who's waiting to rush in after that? Like, you might as well just put the close sign up if anybody sees.
Yeah, you want to get there early. Yeah,
right. Right. Yeah, like the new Jordans coming out. You want to be first for sure.
Yeah, maybe one of them dropped the washer on the way out. You know,
this poor woman got snaked for the last hour and a half.
Your friend's down there is like, can I have the condom back? I'm gonna reuse it.
You're gonna finish that?
Look at how we get full circle. Look at this full circle. It's almost like we're professionals. Or something. What do we got? Is there anything else?
Yeah, we do have some super chats we missed.
Oh, please, by all means. Don't let me stop you. Ann Heche Driving Academy. Thank you for becoming a member.
Oh my God.
What a name. Ronnie Munn Jr., $1.99. Bob's hair, glow in the dark.
He's got lights on here. I don't know.
Chuli, you sent our beloved Potato on a bagel run and stiffed him. I'll assume this was weed, not your heritage. Pay Cardiff. Pay Cardiff for what? What the hell do I owe Cardiff for? Cardiff's coming to Pottstown.
Did you make him lick a? Did you make him lick a mirror? Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, you know what I did. Sorry, Cardiff. I'll send you the mirror money.
Okay.
Hamhead, thank you for joining and becoming a member. By the way, if you're on Patreon, it's the first of the month was yesterday. So if you're not on auto renew, sign it back up. This sounds like a marriage in a Sonic drive-thru. Yeah. They have the drive-through chapels. If I ever see my wife wiping, it's over. Exactly. Exactly. I love that you guys are that close, but some things, you know, you don't need to, you know, you can have separate parts in life.
Yeah.
Do you let her see you? Do you let her see you?
No, and I've never really seen her do. No, you know what she'll do sometimes? She'll walk by the bathroom and then she pops the door open and keeps walking, and then so my dog walks in, and then she giggles from the next room because she knows I fucking hate it. Yeah,
that's funny. And
she's laughing right now. She's an asshole, my wife.
Really she get her one of those like SWAT team flashbangs to throw in. That she just walks back. She just opens the door, throws a flashbang, and just Joe's just sitting there. His ears are ringing for 2 days. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
So you take one of those SWAT things and throw it in there and fucking
Someone said he looks like Vito from The Sopranos. Yes, he
Yeah.
does.
That hurts my feelings.
American
You got
Cupcake.
to see him in a truck. He looks more like him.
You got to see him in a leather outfit.
Yeah, when you only see the top of my head.
American Cupcake, $10. There's a movie in Mexico about two brothers going to Acapulco to see their dying grandfather, and he gives one of them the main character, uses it at the end of the movie with his love interest.
I like
Gives
to buy
him
a
what?
vowel.
He left out the most important part of this whole thing.
He gives one of the, he's not saying what it was.
Damn it. This is one of those make up your own adventure stories that we got to take over.
Yeah, if you turn to page 11, it's weed. If you turn to page 32, it's a bottle of fucking gin.
Fine, upstanding lady, leave her alone. Hey, rest in peace. You know, she was a great sport. She did my buddies, Mike Cannon, Mike Feeney, Brendan Sagalow. They had this podcast, Irish Goodbye podcast, and she was on it a few times. She saw them at clubs. She was fans of their stand-up. She was a really good sport. Here's the crazy thing about the Anne Heche story. I don't know if you guys remember this. Remember, she got in an accident and died, right?
Yes.
But supposedly there's footage out there of her
Trying to go to school the next day.
Supposedly there's footage of her like she's in a body bag, right? But then
Oh my
the
God.
body bag sits up.
No.
Yeah, like the WWE
I'll see if
style.
I can find it.
Look for
Holy
it. I'm
shit,
telling
get
you.
the
it's
fuck-
out-
on the dark web, Joe.
I saw
you
saw
serious?
this. I
Very funny.
saw you pretending to be dead.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some weird conspiracy theory behind it. Some people think it was just weed shakes. I can't wait to tell my wife that there's Ring footage of it. Ring captures everything now.
Yeah.
Ring is like,
Yeah.
you know, it's the body cam of life right now.
Joe
what-
mentioned his dog. He has a
Oh,
corgi, right?
it's
I saw it.
adorable.
He said, I saw it, and they strap her back down.
Get
It's
the
out
fuck
there.
out of here.
It's out there. They
Also,
suffocated her in that body bag. Look at this.
Let's see it.
All these witnesses. Somebody says rigor mortis. Wait, it doesn't make you sit up like a Hell in the Cell match. What are you talking about?
Did the Undertaker music play?
Oh, wait.
Okay,
Okay.
no.
All right, so check this out. Look, she's wrapped head to toe. Head's
Okay.
covered. Okay. Now watch. What is this? Google Earth?
Google Earth.
Hold on. I think they zoom back in.
It's like Frogger.
Notice how Fireflies didn't seem startled when she popped up. Look,
Oh,
look, look.
oh no! Get the fuck out of here! No,
All right, that's a little odd. I'm not gonna
Right?
she opened it.
Ta-da!
It looked like a baby rhino's birth.
That's crazy.
You think she popped up, Mike, and went, "Is this your card?"
That
Now
is
she looked
fucking
naked
crazy.
there. That's a little suspect.
Johnny
Yeah.
Cochran, $5. She's one of mine. Between her and Chad, my legal career is ruined. I don't
I
know.
wonder-
Hang in there, Bob.
I
Ate
wonder-
a baby for some road coke.
That's
That was
Tell us
one.
something we don't know.
Yeah.
Rico. Bob Levy's digger, knock 50. Can I get some water, boss? Digging goes along well. And yes, sir, boss, I will wash your car again tonight, but it's the salary that but what is the salary they're talking about? Ronnie Munn Jr., $9.99. Oh, don't 9.99. Bob, worry about the pool instead of the butter popcorn. Smoking too much weed, the body can handle is called greening out. Yes. Cindy, $4.99. I just
Aw,
love you
thank
guys.
you,
We
Cindy.
love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you, bud. Sub out Bob for Jake.
Yeah, come on,
No,
Jake.
we're not. Mr. Levy, we need to discuss paying your pool diggers in fist bumps. Johnny Cochran. Ronnie Munn Jr., early bird gets the worm. $1.99. Bob looks like Roddy Piper. He does.
Today.
Today.
Yeah. Right now.
He got it today. Stop with the long super chat. Well, tell them. I'm not filling it in.
Yeah.
All right. Saw it live on the local LA news. I'm telling you, that's a
That
fucking
is
trip.
fucking scary, man.
I don't know about that.
Bob, do you think there was butter all throughout that body bag?
How do you
She
think
got
she
out
squeezed
so
out?
She
Yeah.
slid right out of there.
She was lubed up in that bag.
Unbelievable.
Well, I
Well,
think that's some sort of like some sort of Photoshop or somebody did something to that.
CGI type of thing.
It's something because why would she be
Yeah.
naked unless she was
Yeah.
driving naked? They're not going to take her clothes off.
Well, no, if you have to see what their injuries are, you don't unbutton somebody's shirt, you cut it right off. She went full Ace Ventura, nature calls on that picture.
Yeah, that was not. That had to be something done to that because there's no way that people wouldn't have jumped. There
What's
had to
that-
be kind
what's-
of new person there.
Isn't there a site that you can put something? What's it called that you can figure out if it's bullshit or not? What am I thinking of? Nerds in the back, smart people.
IHatePeople.com.
American Cupcake, $5. I'm such a moron. It was a reusable condom that their grandfather had from World War II. Get out of here!
Wow.
You left out a little part.
Wow. I mean, I hear saving money, but that's ridiculous.
Are you thinking of Snopes, Julie?
Yes. Yeah. I've never been wrong, so I don't know what that website's
Right.
called. So I've never
I didn't
researched
either.
anything. Can you see if that's real? Did Anne Heche yell "ta-da" when out of a body
She has a
bag?
residency now in Vegas.
She has a.
But it looked like she opened it and then
Yeah.
sat up. You
But
see
see,
how
I-
she-
Now at the Siegfried and Roy Theater proudly presents and Body Bag Heche.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't know if body bags have a zipper on the inside because it's probably usually
Oh,
not
wait, I didn't think
necessary.
about that.
Yeah.
Maybe they do just for this reason because somebody had a lawsuit. Whenever there's something ridiculous, I always chalk it up to somebody sued
Yeah.
over it, and that's why this thing has to be implemented now. And
Maybe
everybody's
they
like,
used it someone else and then they rolled it upside down and the
Right.
zipper was on the inside.
right. In case you put this in the wrong way, we got zippers on both sides, guys. So
And they
Yeah, it was
probably
like a
should
straight
use that
jacket.
body bag.
wait, what'd you say, Kazi?
It was like a straitjacket, they had it the wrong end. I wonder if she came out with like a Doug Henning mustache and said, "Ta-da."
It's an illusion. What do you got, JoJo? You got anything?
So I didn't find it on Snopes, but it looks like that is real footage. And according
Oh.
to news reports, what she said when she popped up was actually "ouch."
Get out of here.
Get the
did
fuck outta
not. Stop it.
All right.
What'd I tell you about trying to be funny on this show?
Kick him off the Muppet Show.
Let's take that one back. All right. So what was her final words?
I think it was I love Ellen's pussy. I think that's what it was.
See, Joe, that's how it's done. You
There
see?
you go.
And it's more, and yes, Joe, I know you're a nerd. You go, technically, that's a sentence. I know it's a sentence. But whatever, it gets the job done. All right. Joe, please plug away. What do you got to promote, my friend? And we'd love to have you back on any other time.
Yeah.
I
thank
appreciate it. It
you
was a lot of fun.
Likewise.
I do a podcast all about the old TV show, The Honeymooners. It's called The Honeymooners Podcast. And if you're a big fan of the old show, you will love the podcast. It's a lot of fun. And yep, and it's sponsored by my wife's gas. I don't know if you guys know that. Yeah, that's a and if you want to just find me on social media, it's just Joe Conti Comic. That's Conti with an E.
Give him a follow, give him some love, check out the show, and he's a funny man. If you're ever nearby and you see he's performing, go support him. Go,
And if you're around in a day anytime, come on the BS show.
We do BS show from 9 to 11 or 12, depending on the day and what we got going on. So if you ever want to jump on, we're there.
Awesome. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. I mean, except for hanging out with Mike, but
What?
besides that, it was
Finally.
no, it was awesome. Thank you guys. It was a lot of fun.
Good seeing you again, brother.
Yep.
Good seeing you, Bobby.
All right, Joe. Take care, pal.
Later, fellas.
Later,
Okay.
buddy. The
Have a
great
good
Joe
one, brother.
Conti.
Joe, leave.
Will Anne Heche be in Pottstown? Of course you will.
Yeah.
She's
3
closing the show. And lastly, does your wife likes Mike, right?
I've never. I don't think
She's never met Mike.
yeah, I've never met her.
She's never actually met Mike.
So she's happy.
Yeah, so she.
Yeah,
so
so that means she likes
me,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say, keep it that way. She popped out and shouted "Kumia country." Listen, May 13th, it's right around the corner. Go to theshuleynetwork.com. Get your tickets for Pottstown, live Uncle Rico, live comedy show, lots of guests, lots of fun, and lots of you people coming. So let's go. If you're local and you've been on the fence thinking about it, this is it. You're going to miss this and you're going to be kicking yourself. Ask the people who didn't go to Rochester. A lot of them are coming here because they know they missed it. So come on out to that, theshuleynetwork.com. Get your tickets. Anthony Cumia, Perry Caravello, ourselves, great guests from the Dabbleverse, Casey Armstrong, Vince the lawyer, comedian friends are going to be there. People from the network are hanging.
Perry Carvella is going to be there.
Yeah, Scary Perry, the one, the only Windy City Heat.
It's going to be amazing.
Legend. So, yeah, we're very excited to see you guys there. We're looking forward to it. And shout out to Jake Hudson. Shalom Shuli, Twitter, Instagram. That's all I got.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to follow me on the social media, I'm on Twitter at Mike Morse Says, on Instagram at InstaMikeMorse, and of course, crawling throughout the Shuli network. If you'd like to buy a book and there's no other ones available, please consider Ha Ha History. It is a book with history jokes written by myself and these guys, and it's on Amazon.com.
Yes, and don't forget MLC podcast on YouTube tomorrow at 4:00. MLC podcast on Patreon, and May 13th, the big one. Go to theshuleynetwork.com. It's guaranteed to be a great time.
Yeah, and I want to talk to you tomorrow about MLC. I watched today. Very interesting. I got a lot of questions.
Okay.
We'll get into that. Plus,
fucking get that thing down, Mike.
Plus, we're doing Uncle Rico.
Did you go and buy that today just to be a dick?
Just to fuck you up.
Download now.
Nobody busts balls like this guy. We'll talk all about it tomorrow on BS and Uncle Rico tomorrow night as well.
Yeah.
So if you're not signed up to the Patreon or the YouTube membership, get in there. Get in theshuleynetwork.com. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Take care. Yeah. Yeah.